Good day, everybody. It is your boy Nuke out in Las Vegas, and today I want to talk about something that is so important because we have a shortage of housing right now, and some people are reluctant to put their houses on the market. But they want to know, when they do put their houses on the market, how are they going to get that house sold? So before I go into that, if that subscribe button below is a little bit red right now instead of gray, can you do me a little favor and go ahead and push that and hit the like button? So let's go ahead and get on. So when you put your house on the market, it can be a daunting time, and it's filled with fear and trepidation and everything else. Well, today, let's go over 3 things that it takes to sell your house. Well, first of all, let's go over the basics of selling a house. Everyone always talks about real estate being location, location, location. Yes, that is true. But the real things that it takes to sell a house, you ready for this? So simple. It's a formula. Number 1, price it right. Number 2, make sure there are good pictures. Number 3, make sure it's available. So let's go over those 3 things. Number 1 is pricing your house correctly. If you do not price that house correctly, it doesn't matter how spectacular it is, no one is going to come to see it. In this day and age where we have multiple offers, the more offers I see on a house, usually the more right priced it is, because people know a bargain and when things are overpriced and when they're right priced. The funniest thing is, when they think there's a bargain, they end up paying more. Remember eBay? I've talked about this a few times. eBay started, everything was $1. It didn't matter if it was a $10,000 item, it started at $1, and people just bid it up, and they got full price. That's what would happen with your house, because when you restrict the number of people coming into the house, guess what? You're reducing your competition, and you have fewer chances for multiple bids. So don't just go by my neighbor listed their house for $500,000, so I want to list mine for $520,000. All you're doing is chasing something that may not be there. So get that price correct. Tip number 2, the pictures. How are you going to get people into the door if your pictures are bad? So if your real estate agent comes in and they're using their phone, that may be just fine, but you are trying to get rhetorically butts in seats or feets in doors. People fall in love with those pictures, and they have to come and see your house. So make sure your house is ready for pictures. Don't have dog turds all in the backyard. Don't have a pile of dishes in the sink. Don't have dirty clothes on a bed where your agent comes to take a picture or the photographer comes to take the picture. You're expecting top dollar when you've done these things? I bring this up because these are all examples that I've seen. And then they argue about how come their house hasn't sold or how come people are lowballing them so-called. It's because you didn't prep. You must prep the house. It is the number 1 thing you have to do. And number 3, you ready for this one? It's the hardest of them all. You have to grant them access. How is anyone going to get into your house if you require 24 hours notice? Now, I know if you have a tenant or something, the tenants can, based on state laws, may be granted 24 hours, 48 hours. Some states you can't see it without the tenant's permission. But if it's your home, your house, you can control things. Don't say, well, I just need 24 hours to clean the house, then you don't do it. The longer it takes for people to come in the house, the less it is shown, the less money you get. Kind of simple, huh? So what are you looking for? Are you looking to get your house sold or not? Now, I'm going to go back and I'm going to talk about one individual. It was maybe 2-3 years. No, it's about 2 years ago. No, I think I can share this one. First of all, he wanted to price it at the absolute highest he could possibly go, and then he would keep calling, can we raise it more and raise it more? Okay, but we still got showings, kind of. Photos. Remember when I said something about those dog turds and dishes piled up and all that stuff? Beds unmade? He knew, and we were delaying photos for him to get the house fixed. Never did. At some point, the photographer turned around to me and was like, do you want me to continue with this? This house is not ready for photos. 3, access. He would just not grant access. One time, someone was supposed to go see the house, and they called me up. It's like, I can't get a hold of the seller. I'm knocking on the door and everything. Nobody's answering. So I go like, okay, let me give him a call. I call him, he wakes up in a stupor, and he's like, oh, no worries, man, I'll go take care of it. Okay. A few minutes later, I get a call from the agent. He's like, yeah, he opened the door, told me to go away, come back another time. Why didn't his house sell? And the funniest part is he said, okay, I want to get this house in shape. Then we'll just put new pictures and all this stuff out. So give me some time. A week later, give me some more time. A few weeks later, give me some more time. By the way, he said, take it off the market. In other words, put it no show. Then he complained after about 6 weeks of it not being on the market, turning people away, turning down 3 offers. That's going to be another video. To say, how come you didn't sell my house? I'm like, you didn't let anybody in. Elevator didn't go all the way up. So, I mean, these sound funny. Unfortunately, it happens a lot. And when you see those expired listings, a lot of them were things like that. So these are the tips that are going to help you sell your house. Make sure it's priced right. You cannot underprice a house in this market. Some agents are coming to you and they are what we call buying the listing, going, oh, I can get you this much. It's like, name that tune. Remember that one. I can do it in 5 notes. I can do it in 4 notes. Stop it. So number one thing you got to think about is price. If your neighbor's house sold for $400,000, pricing at $450 because some agent said they had a special formula to get that for you is absolutely foolish. Don't do it. It's a waste of time. Even if you take that house was worth $400 and priced at $350, you're going to get more than $400 because people are going to look, see what the house is valued at. They're going to put in, you're going to have multiple offers. They're going to start fighting over each other, and you're going to get more money. Get the house ready. If you have to pay $300 to get a maid in there to clean that house, do it. Would you rather spend $300 on a maid and get $5,000-$10,000 more or not? And finally, people need to see the house. Just let them in. And those are the seller tips that I have for you to get that house sold. And I always like to end on a good note. If you haven't hit that subscribe button and hit the like for this video, go ahead and do it. It'll make a puppy happy.